Okay, so a question to answer here is one type of granola has 30% of nuts by mass. A second type of granola has 15% of nuts. What mass of each type needs to be mixed to make 600 grams of granola that will have 21% of nuts? So first we start with variables, and our first variable is going to be G, which is going to be the granola with 30% nuts. And the second variable is going to be R, which will stand for the granola with 15% nuts. Okay, so our two variables, right there. So now we have to start with our formulas, and our first formula is going to be 600 equals G plus R, because we need 600 grams of granola, and that's going to be the amount of the granola with 30% nuts and the granola with 15% nuts together to equal 600. And our second formula is going to be 0.21 times 600 equals 0.3 G, which stands for the granola with 30% nuts, plus 0.15 R. And 3G, 0.21 times 600 is used over here, because if we just have 0.21, it will just be a percent, and we're trying to find 0.21% of 600 that needs to be the nuts, not just 0.3G plus 0.15 R equals 21%, and you have nothing that it's 21% of. So we'll start with the first formula. So we isolate, isolate R. So since our formula is 600 equals G plus R, and so G would equal 600, or isolating R. Dang it. Okay. R equals 600 minus G, my bad. After we have that, so this is going to be 1B. So we sub 1B into 2. So that's 0.21 times 600 equals 0.3G plus 0.15 R. And since we are just substituting it, we can simply put in R. Wait, no, we can't do that. 600 minus G. It's okay. Then we use displacement. I think that's what it's called. I don't really know. And after that, it becomes 126 because 0.21 times 600 equals 0.3G plus 90 because 0.15 times 600 equals 90 minus 0.15G. Then you just do, where are we now? 3G minus 0.15G, which then turns to 126 equals 0.15 plus 90. Then you subtract 90 from both sides. And that turns to 36 equals 0.15G. So then G would equal 36 divided by 0.15, and therefore G equals 240. That's 240. After that, you sub G into the second formula, so number 2, about 600 G equals 240 plus R, because our original formula was 600 equals G plus R. So then you subtract 240 from both sides. And therefore R equals 360 because this cancels each other out. After that, so our therefore statement, because we've solved for R and G, and R equals 360, G equals 240. So therefore 240 grams of the granola with 30% nuts is needed, and 360 grams of granola with 15% nuts is needed to make 600 grams of granola with 21% of it being nuts. And that's how you answer number 13 on page 47. Ta-da!